All right, so here we go. Today's 8/13, Tuesday for Technical Tuesday. Let's go ahead and get started with the analysis. Going to be bringing things over. I know there's some people that are just hopping in here, so welcome in, everyone. All right, so let me start off by bringing over the news, forexfactory.com, see what kind of news impact we have today. Okay, so today there is GBP happening at 1:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. There's some AUD right around the open of the London. Other than that, we're mainly going to be looking at ED, GBP, and then getting towards New York session, we're going to be seeing again that AUD happening. So some main pairs for today, AUD, GBP. We're still going to be looking at all the USD, the major pairs. Let's go ahead and dive in here. So start off with my charts. Let me make sure everything's aligned. So yesterday's trading. So all right. So first thing, going to be looking to see if I see anything. We're going to be pulling up all the AUD pairs just so we can see if there's anything that we're noticing as far as consistency. Okay, so AUD, just looking at this here, we're seeing the threes at the bottom. Okay, so overall it's looking like it's going to be having a push going up. I don't see any reversal patterns though. That's the only thing, but it's already starting to give a strong uptrend push. Let's see. Okay, so far with these, it doesn't look too clear as far as like getting some type of reversal pattern or anything. Those that have taken my training know that major market patterns is what we're looking for things like this. So it's not showing anything. Let's pull up the GBP pairs since that's going to be another thing we're going to be looking at. Euro GBP. Let's see, Gbp Jpy, Gbp USD, Gbp Chf. Gbp AUD. Okay, so let's look at these, and overall, if you guys can see Gbp Jpy, Gbp USD, Gbp Chf, all having like a consolidation kind of like a little triangle consolidation looking to break out. 21 and 8's about to be crossing over. Let's see. So if you can see with GBP being the main here on the currency pair, this is showing 3 means it's going to be going up. Here, this is showing a 3 at the top, meaning that it's going to be going down, and that's because GBP is at the back of this. GBP AUD is not really showing anything. It should be showing it's going up, but let's see. Okay, we don't have like any major support or anything. Give me 1 second. I'm not sure why. Just gonna log into this one account here, showing an invalid account. Okay, so we're going to be analyzing the GBP pairs, the ones that we see that are going to be, oh, there we go. So that was strange. Okay, so we're going to start off with GBP Jpy, see what's happening there. It looks like Overall, it did break up to the upside, doing its retracement, and then should continue going up. Starting my analysis on Tradingview. If you guys have any questions, make sure to put it in the chat area. That's what this is for. I see some people are writing in there. Okay, so Gbp Jpy. I'm going to erase everything and show you guys top-down analysis of what I would be doing. So do you see that divergence happening on the daily? Let's see overall. Like a major zone area right here. You get this area. Major support. Okay, so down to the 4-hour. Overall, everything's going in a downtrend. So in this downtrend here, it broke the resistance, and now it's kind of going in that uptrend right now. So it's coming up like that, doing kind of like that pullback area. There is this area of support that's right here. It's kind of shot up, coming down. Overall, expecting this one to be shooting up. This was a previous high over here. Now it's creating a higher high, getting into that higher low. So I'll actually delete this line. Fibs, low to high. So overall, this fib that I'm drawing here, you can see it pretty much aligns, 78.6 aligns with S1 on pivot point. Let's see another area. Kind of around this pivot point around 23.6. Going down to the 15, just trapping it a little bit tighter here. Okay, so being that it's 11:14 Pacific Standard, news is hitting around 1:30 a.m. So with this pair, we should be expecting this to shoot up. The only thing is it's not really in an area other than it being at a pivot point. You can catch this, let's see, quarters. So 250, 500. Yeah, I would say with this one, you can get in for a buy. You can get in for a buy. It's just, it's not any breakout or anything, but this one is expected to rise. I'll probably put stop loss somewhere below the 61.8 and then take profit all the way around this R1 or negative 61.8 is where you're going to want to target. So it has good risk to reward right here. It's already creating higher highs. So this is most likely going to be that higher low and then should continue going up. So be ready to see Gbp Jpy going up. And overall, all the other GBP pairs should be going up. So GBP USD, let's look at that. GBP USD. So I'm going to erase everything just so I can show you guys from scratch how I do this. All right, so I'm going to first start off with getting a support area right here. So this is actually a good indicator that it's going to be most likely shooting up, being that this is kind of even on this side, but it's at a major support area. So this is definitely an area that we're going to be looking at for that reversal. Okay, let's get our support and resistance. So here we go. Resistance on that downtrend here. Down to the 1 hour. Okay, so here just trapping it even tighter. A resistance like that. Let's see, we don't have any major market pattern for the reversal. But I do see it's around that 500 level right now. So if it shoots up, probably that 0.0. Okay, so yeah, these GBP pairs so far that I'm looking at are a little bit choppy. They're not giving me too many good confidence signs of getting in, other than most of them are expected to shoot up. So based off of news, that's where most likely you would be catching the pips on that push going up. If there is no if there was no GBP news, then most likely I just wouldn't even bother with this pair. But being that GBP news is going to happen, I'm gonna look at that. Okay, let's check out Gbp Chf. Someone had mentioned if I can check out Euro USD. I'll check that one out after this one. So I'll make sure to put it here. Okay, so Gbp Chf. I'm going to start off by erasing everything. Okay, so overall, definitely on the daily, we have like that big divergence showing it's going up while overall all this is going down. Let's look at the weekly, see if we have anything. So this entire area is area of support. And something about this area, it'll most likely touch and then shoot up, touch, shoot up. Right here, expecting for that to go up. Okay, the only kind of market pattern that we see here, we do see that it kind of created like this kind of triple bottom here, but this is more like on the smaller time frame that I see that happen here. But overall, it's kind of like that double bottom. So I would say this one already is moving towards the upside, and most likely going to be reaching this R1 area right here. Being that it's already above the pivot point. It's already above the pivot point, and it already created that higher high, came down hitting like support here, should be shooting up. Plus this is a 500 level, so most likely you're going to be seeing this 500 all the way to the 0, but I would say up here to like around that 250 level, which is where R1 is at. So you can definitely catch some pips on this moving up. Catching this for a buy. Someone asked if I can predict that news will be a big spike. When news hits, or usually a couple minutes before the news hits, that's when I'm like really focused to see what kind of impact is happening, what kind of volatility is happening. And I'm mainly looking for, well, for these, I'm looking for a push going up because it's at a major support in all the GBP pairs. So most likely the news is what pushes it to the upside. So I'm using my technical analysis and then also using the news to be able to predict when it's expected to shoot up. Okay. So next we're going to be looking at Euro USD, which, by the way, here's a tip to you guys. If you guys didn't know this, there's correlation pairs. Let me write this down. Correlation pairs. So I'm going to bring this over, and you're going to see how Euro USD and GBP USD are pairs that move together. So if Euro USD is expected to go up, so is GBP USD. So knowing that GBP is going to be shooting up, then there is a chance that also the Euro USD is going to be going up. So let's look at this and see what we see. Overall, I do see there's some consolidation happening. It already broke this resistance. So I'm actually go off of what I have here. I don't want to make it too complicated with these fibs that were here. I did predict this was going to happen, and it did. Let's see. So overall, what we're seeing here is just consolidation. Consolidation. I'm gonna go on to the bigger time frame just to see what kind of reaction is happening here. So it had broke the resistance, kind of coming down to this support area. And with fibs getting this high, low, it's around this 38.2 level right now. So it is expected to hit and most likely shoot up. The main thing that we're looking for this, right now it's at a support, so it's a pretty good chance that it's going to be shooting up. But the main thing is looking at that breakout happening right there. And normally that breakout, that distance from that very top to the bottom is about the distance that it should be going up on the breakout. So I would definitely be targeting this resistance area up here, especially because that breakout is about that distance to that area there. So going to be looking for that move right there for a buy. And if you guys haven't heard about this the certain pattern, it's called a flagpole. Normally you'll see real big push, consolidation, 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 and then it breaks through coming up to that resistance area. That's something that that I do talk about, like in mentorship or stuff. Um, it's just a bunch of these patterns that I memorize, and sometimes I mention it inside of the group when I notice it. Um, but you're just looking for patterns. You're looking for breakouts to happen, and pretty much already predicting where it's going to be heading after that. So let's look at the 1 hour again. See what we see here. We do see some divergence on the 1 hour. Overall down here showing that it's going down. RSI showing it's going up on those peaks. Overall, the 200 showing it's going up, even though if the price did drop below, if it comes above, I would say if it not entering right away because we don't have like any candles or anything that's showing that it's going to be going up, like any hammer or anything. So for this one, most likely we're going to be looking for an entry somewhere up here. Stop loss somewhere down here. Take profit could be right here. Now this might seem like a little bit, but 200 micropips is pretty much my daily goal, and this move right here can get me my 200 micropips. If I see that push going up, price breaks above the 200, 21 and 8 pushing up, plus above pivot point, it should be expecting to continue riding up. So this would be like take profit one. Really overall, it's expected to hit like this high up here. But when it breaks through, that's where it gets into like take profit two levels up here. Yeah, but going to be looking at that for a potential buy order. And let's check out USD CHF. If you guys saw back to the correlation pair, USD CHF is the exact opposite of Euro USD. So pretty much it's the exact opposite of GBP USD as well. So because Euro USD and GBP USD are pretty much the same, Euro USD and CHF. And by the way, let me show you guys what I mean by pretty much the same. So okay, it doesn't show it right now. Well, overall, when it's going into a downtrend, so is GBP, and then when it starts going into an uptrend, that's when you start seeing that push going up. Let's go to USD CHF. I'm going to erase everything, go out to the daily. Did have some support on this side. Now it's going towards that downtrend resistance. Okay, 4 hour. Shoot, I did mention I was going to call. I mentioned I was going to announce the winner for the $100 giveaway plus the 7-day training, the 2,500. I forgot to do it at 11:11. That's my fault. But I'm actually going to choose randomly right now, and you guys will actually be able to see. I'm about to turn on my webcam. Okay. See if you guys can see me. There we go. So let me pull up my charts here, or my Instagram. Someone said, how do you enter? It's a little too late to enter if you're asking right now. Basically on my Instagram, I did something where if you repost my last post, you can win $100, $100 plus my 7-day training. So, all right. So if you guys can see here, that was a new post, and then here the ones with the check marks are the ones that had it. So I'm literally, what I'm gonna do is I'm not even looking at my screen. I'm just gonna go back and forth, and I'm actually record too, just so people can see this. So going back and forth, and I'm gonna stop in 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. So Sedan 9. If you guys can see that, Sedan 9. This guy won. I'm about to message him right now. Cool. So I just sent him the DM right now. He won $100. So I'm gonna get in contact with him, get his PayPal information, send that over. He's also gonna get access to the 7-day training for free. There we go. Okay, so back to this. Let's check out. Someone says don't sleep on UJ. Let's check out UJ. But hold on. I didn't finish my USD CHF. So there is a strong resistance line right here. It did break through on this side over here. If you could see, it broke through, and then it came back into place. So right here in this area, it can't break through. There is that divergence on the 4-hour. Do you see that it did break out on this resistance right here? 200. So I would say with this one, most likely what's going to be happening is it might have a little pullback to around this pivot point area and then shoot up. And that pivot area is around that 38.2, and it should be a strong push going up. So right now we do kind of see like that double top, even though if it's a 1-hour, there's some divergence on the RSI. So it might be coming down to around this 38.2, hitting like support on this resistance area, and then hitting from here into that uptrend. Okay, so let's check out. Let me actually pull up USD CHF just so I can see what it looks like. So there is a 3 at the bottom, which is a good sign. Normally when you see that 3, that's when you see like these areas right here where it goes into an uptrend, 3, and then it goes into a downtrend. Or like, let's go over here. So we have like a 3 down here, and then it starts going into an uptrend, or a 3 over here, and then starts going into a downtrend. So being that today's Tuesday, getting into Wednesday, normally you start noticing reversals on midweek. During Sundays, Mondays, that's when you start noticing the trend is going with, or you're pretty much going with the trend. Monday, Tuesdays, also like kind of Thursdays, Fridays, you're going with the trend. But Wednesdays, that's when you start noticing that reversal happening. So you're going to be looking for those. So far, I haven't spotted one that was like really, really good, other than like USD CHF is pretty good. and like Euro USD. GBP CHF as well, a bit, not too much. But let's go on to, let's check out UJ, USD JPY. If you guys saw, like sometime last week, I had called this selling UJ, price shot up right here. It's resistance. So right now with USD JPY, what it's doing, kind of like that flagpole thing that I mentioned earlier, really strong pull going up, down onto this pivot point, and then most likely shooting up. So UJ is actually a pretty good one. Someone said UJ daily possible inverted head and shoulders. Let's check that out. Okay, I don't know what you're looking at with UJ. Yeah, definitely not inverted head and shoulder for that. But I guess if you're saying like this is left, this is head shoulder, I mean this is the head, and then this is getting towards the right shoulder, then that'd be pretty accurate. But okay, so I'm gonna get my fibs. I'm gonna get my fibs here, get the low to the high. Okay, so the pivot point's somewhere around that 38.2. Chopping the price even tighter, going down to the 15, getting this resistance line like that. And then getting in on the breakout on this. So you can pretty much get on the breakout. And then this is around that 500 level. So I can see this going up to like at least this area of resistance. So breakout here, target here. This is more like a 1-to-1 ratio, but overall, because I know that this should be going into that uptrend, even to this R1, but I would say even catching that for that negative 27% coming up here, being around that 250 level as well, and then probably giving this a little bit more room to breathe on there. But having this under this pivot point. So once it breaks through, catching this for a buy. But UJ overall going into the uptrend. Right now it's at retracement area, waiting for more buyers to get in. And let's check out UJ for the correlation pairs, which, by the way, inside of my training, I do recommend that people print this out. So if you see UJ and USD CHF, USD CHF, I had mentioned that it's expected to come down and then shoot up, kind of like UJ, it's expected to come down around here and then shoot up. So both pretty much showing the exact same thing with UJ and USD CHF. And then the exact opposite of UJ is GBP USD. So, all right, so do you guys have any questions? Let me know if you guys have any questions, and then I'll see if I can get that answered for you guys. By the way, who in here is a crypto trader? Any crypto traders in here? Angel said here. Joshua said just started. So if you guys saw crypto, we're adding that inside of the golden circle group as far as like having some free signals in there. But most likely on Friday we're going to be launching the whole crypto onto MMA. So we're going to have like the premium channel, kind of like the Forex channel that I have now for signals, but it's going to be crypto. And the good part about it is all of them are going to be having analysis for the crypto ones. They're all going to have analysis, and it's going to be 24/7. So with Forex, it's 24/5, Monday through Friday, pretty much, or Sunday through Friday. And in crypto, it's literally just going to be every single day. There's going to be signals coming out, and we're expected to do kind of the same thing, like 1 to 6 signals a day. Kind of like how we do with the Forex signals. We do like 4 signals daily or around that area. So the London session is expected to open in about 15 minutes. Going to be looking at what reactions happening. Just so you guys know, some of the things that I do just to get in the zone. This isn't because I'm a technical trader, but sometimes I'll just go onto Bloomberg and I'll go onto Bloomberg Live. And then when I'm trading, when I'm getting in the zone, basically what I'm doing is not having any distractions. So I try not to have any distractions, just focus on my trading, focus on my own analysis, seeing what I see, and yeah, doing these technical analysis or the technical Tuesdays. It does kind of affect it a little bit because I'm like talking as I'm doing my analysis instead of everything just staying in my head and just doing my analysis there. So let's say Euro USD spiked. Yeah, it does have a spike, but it does have that engulfing pattern. But I would wait a little bit more than just getting in right now, because that could be a spike and then wick shooting down. There's something with like breakouts as well. Something that not many people know, because most people think that once there's a breakout, you kind of have to wait for the time to finish, or like the 1 hour time frame to finish, basically like a candlestick close or something like that. When it comes to like breakouts, I'm mainly looking at what kind of volatility is happening, and if it's like a big breakout, and not just like it's barely touching, but it's kind of hesitating. When it's hesitating around resistance and support, that's the whole point of support and resistance. Is it's supposed to hesitate in support and resistance. So if you see hesitation in like a support and resistance, then that means most likely it's not going to break through, and it might have a rejection. So something else that I do, I'm looking through all the pairs. So it's not just those pairs that I pulled out. I'm looking through everything. See if I see any patterns, anything that's kind of indicating a reversal, like AUD JPY. I'm going to be pulling this one up. overall going in a downtrend. Okay, so definitely had that divergence down here while this was going down. Already did like its breakout here. I'll draw it out. So kind of like that triple bottom. Right now it's kind of like that retest area. And it's at pivot point, which is really good. Getting this low to this high. I'm gonna go down to the smaller time frame, just trapping it even tighter. This one's matching just like UJ. So basically, the JPY pairs are expected to be going up. Okay, so right now it's around that 250. Okay, so I'm going to be looking mainly during like the London session. That's when you start seeing more of that volatility start kicking in. If there's a big, like a strong push towards the upside, then we're going to be looking at UJ, AED, JPY for that buy. Make sure if you guys aren't following me on TradingView to follow me on there because I'm going to be posting them. I'll most likely be posting them on there. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But if you go on, if you go to tradingview.com, I'll do that right now, tradingview.com. And if you go right here where it says ticker, go down to people, and then you look up Risky Ricky. It'll be the one with the lion. You click there, and then it's going to bring up my profile. And then from here, you would also be able to learn with some of my analysis. So this was done sometime last week. But if you look at my analysis and then kind of like, I'll sometimes put, well, this one said multiple confirmations, so it didn't really say what the multiple confirmations were, but you can pretty much see just from looking at my charts and then just pressing play and seeing how it played out. So yeah, all these are pretty good for you to like learn through them. But yeah, going to be looking at this for a strong push going up. AJ, UJ, and if you guys don't have multiple screens, I actually definitely suggest doing that. I even have like my workers have multiple screens. If you can see, like over there, they're obviously not working right now, but they have multiple screens. It definitely helps you out with trading. When I have like AED JPY, I'll have it on one screen, and then I'll have like all the other ones set. See how many tabs I have open. Yeah, all the screens just kind of helps out with looking at the pairs and looking at them move. Especially the ones that I see like the good setups that are about to break out. I'll just have it ready. So I'll put something like Euro USD or something, and then just get ready for those breakouts. So that's it, you guys. I do about 5 minutes of asking questions before the London session. Randy said, where do I search you on TradingView? So I'll actually post this right now. I posted this inside the golden circle. Let's see, I actually posted in follow me on TradingView. So I just sent it right now. The Golden Circle group should be able to see it. Yeah, right here at the very top, it says ticker. You just go down to people and then you look up Risky Ricky. Yeah, so for those of you guys coming in here, kind of the reason why I wanted to do these live analysis is for you guys to be able to learn, because some of you guys have taken my training, but then you can also look at me do my analysis live. If you haven't taken my training, that it might be a little bit confusing. So I definitely suggest like taking the training and really understanding everything. All it takes is like one really good trade and you can make like tons of money. Like UJ was one of the pairs that made me a lot of money. That one day I hit 100K in a day, or it was like 102,000. UJ was like one of the pairs, and it was like Euro USD and a couple different ones. But I had like some really good setups, lots of confirmations. Felt super confident. Started just placing lots of trades. A little bit over leveraged. A little bit over leveraged because what I did was I had a 60K account, and I turned it into 160. So I was over 100% in one day. But that 60K account wasn't my only account. It was like I had multiple accounts. In my training, I do mention about that, where I have 5 different accounts, all of them pretty much evenly. Cool. Quan said he just followed me. Yeah, I get all the notifications of people that follow. Cool. Let's see. Someone said, any advice on opening a other trading account, since I've been trading for 8 months now and I've invested 1.5 and I'm currently at 66K. So let's see, 1.5 and you're at 66K. That's pretty good. And that's only 8 months. So there's a tactic that I use, and it's called bonus matching. So with LMFX, it allows you to do a bonus match up to 30,000. So when you put 30,000, like let's say right now, I'm gonna type this out here. So let's say you have an account at like, let's say you have 10,000 of your own dollars. What LMFX would do is they do like a ×2, which is bonus match. They'll match whatever money you have in there. So then it will make your account turn into 20,000. So now that your account's at 20,000, the lot size that I would do for that is like a 20.0. So when I had a $60,000 account, 60,000, the max lot size that I should be using is a 60.0. But what I did was that day I did like 200. So you have a lot more leverage to use, especially with like bonus matches. But it's yeah, it really depends on how you do it. That's why I mentioned I over leveraged that one night. But yeah, so what I would do is I bonus match, and then any profit that I make, I just withdraw everything. Or withdraw like, for the most part, all of it. So let's say 10,000 times 2, it's 20,000. You place a 20.0, you catch 200 lot sizes. So 20 times 200, you're making 4,000 off of the trade. You make 4,000 for the trade, and then now your account would be at 24,000. And if your account's at 24,000, let me erase this 60,000. I'll get confused. So if your account's at 24,000, what I do is I just withdraw everything. So in LMFX, I would have to withdraw 10,000 or 14,000. I withdraw 14,000, and then that 14,000, when I put it back into the account, so I withdraw and then I put it back into the trading account, and then it does it times 2. So now instead of it being 24,000, it's going to be 28,000, if that makes sense. So once it's at 28,000, then your lot size is going to be different. So if you were to stick with 24,000, your max lot size would be 24.0, but if it's at 28,000, it would be 28.0. So now you're making like extra money off of the plan if you're using like the max lot size. So yeah, it's like it's a concept that you kind of have to grasp, but as you start growing your account, it starts compounding and just getting bigger and bigger. He said, "Okay, appreciate it because I learned it from course, and everything has been going pretty good since risk management is key with me. Watching your videos as well. Road to 100K soon. Could you send me a link for that, please? A link for what exactly? Is it the 7-day training? Because we have well, right now we're on the works of the basics. So it's Forex Trading's 101. So the basic course, that one is probably something that you don't need right now, especially since you're already seeing profit. But you are going to need more of like an advanced thing. So later on, after the basics, we are going to create like an advanced one. But right now we have like the 7-day training that covers over like what the basics and the advanced has, but more of like that private kind of mentorship. Someone said, how much is one-on-one mentorship? So I do have one spot for one-on-one mentorship, 3,000. So normally for that, it is 15,000. Now this video, it is recorded, so it depends on when it is, but most likely in the future, it might be going up depending on time and everything. But I had opened up 5 spots and there was 4 people. I'm meeting with one person tomorrow, which was my 4th person. But yeah, there's only one spot for that. So yeah, the meet and greet was pretty nice in LA. It's a lot of fun. Had a couple good speakers there. We had a Beverly Hills mansion. Let's see. You just said you did see me in Vegas. Not sure if I know who you are, Angel, but yeah, right now I'm in Vegas. I'm going to be in California next month. Going to be out there for a different office. We have an office right here in Vegas right now. This is where we do our market mastermind, but we are going to be having an office in Vegas. I mean, California. Yeah, I did live in South Central for a bit. If you guys don't know where that is, or haven't seen any movies, like what's that one movie? That one movie with Ice Cube and whatever. Basically, the bad part of LA. Of not Friday, but that's kind of the area, the bad area. I literally came from like rags to riches. Like I was not born with money. Parents didn't have money. Never lent me money. Had to figure things out myself. Let's tell people it's Muse. You said which course is 2,500. So the course that's 2,500 is the 7-day training. So I'm actually go on the website, just kind of showing you. So if you go under like the services tab, and if you go under 7-day FX mastery, so it's this one here. So this one does include like mentorship. The only thing is that it's more of like a group mentorship, and it's more like you're turning in homework where I'm looking at it and I'm letting you know like if it needs some work, it needs some improvement, or if I give it like the okay, so you can move on to the next day in the training. But the 7-day training is like really good step-by-step thing. I actually go through it real quick so you can see pretty much like the layout of how everything is created. So we do have, you can see for each day there's homework going to day 7, and then there's previous Forex tradings from the past trainings that we've had. So yeah, there's a lot of modules, lots of things to go through, a lot of value too. Even some of the PDF files, if you guys haven't gotten the PDF training, I'll actually show you what that looks like right now. But the PDF files alone, like those, if you go through it, those alone can help you out with trading like a lot. So yeah, just showing you guys kind of what it looks like. Price action, confidential training. Just kind of like go through it real quick. It's lots of value. Right now, we're actually working on a trading journal. The trading journal is going to be really good with marking down your trades. Every single trade that you place, you're going to be like kind of like just as one page is what, 80, I think it's like 89 pages or something. Yeah, but it's a good amount of value inside of here. And that's just one of the PDFs. But yeah, anyways, you guys, I'm going to be getting off here. London session just started. Let me actually look real quick, see what kind of reactions we have. Okay. So overall, I don't see anything that's like get in for a buy type thing, but yeah, I'm going to be looking more. I'm going to be here for probably about 2-3 hours looking at charts, and figuring out which trade to get in on. You guys will be seeing some signals as well. But yeah, that's it for tonight, you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming in here, spending your time with me. I know you guys can be doing other things like sleeping. Some of you guys traded during these times. So if you guys did want to sign up for like anything, you can literally reach out to me, or you can reach out to any of our support people, and they can help you out. Other than that, there's something that you guys should do, and I've noticed that most of my successful students, even inside the golden circle, the ones that do start seeing results, they ask me questions. They ask me questions consistently. Not always do I answer right away. Sometimes I answer like maybe the next day or within a couple hours. But they ask me questions of anything that they have trouble with. If it's questions that you can't answer with Google, then you can ask me. like things that you're having trouble with like Fibonacci or like strategies or anything, you can literally just reach out to me or any of my team members, and they can help you out. So let me know if you guys need anything. And signing off, you guys. Have yourself a good night. Let's cash some pips. Let's make some money. See you guys.